Hello, before we start creating more drawings, let's learn some modification commands, so we need to know the options for selecting objects. Object selection options, or selection modes, are used in virtually all drawings modification commands. That is, when you need to select objects to do some action later. With this open drawing available in this lesson, we will use some object selection options to erase some parts of this drawing. Let's position this drawing to visualize these two drawings. Without any active command, if we click on the graphical area of AutoCAD, we define the first point of a window that we can open. Note that the second point is a diagonal of the first. Moving the mouse to the right, the window is blue background, and moving the mouse to the left, the bottom of the window turns green. Note that the icon next to the cursor also changes format when it is left or right. Whenever the background of this window is blue, i.e., by moving the mouse to the right, represents that we are using the selection option window. This means that when drawing, objects that are fully inside the window will be selected. Note that objects are slightly dimmed when they are fully inside the window. Note that the last arc below is not selected, as it is not fully inside the window. If we click, note that the objects have been selected, represented by the fading of the color of the lines and the grips, which we will see later. With the selected objects, if we click on the command erase, see that all selected objects have been deleted. Note that we do not need to individually select each line or circumference. The window option helped in selecting multiple objects. Now again, with no selected command, we click on this point of the graphical area and move the cursor to the left. Note that the bottom of the window is green. This means that the selection option is crossing, or whatever is inside the window and partially inside the window will be selected. Note that even now the arc underneath, not being fully inside the window, is dimmed, indicating that it is selected. If we click here, we see that all objects that were inside the green window and those that were touching the green window were selected, indicated by the fading of the colors of the lines and the grips that we will see in the next class. If we click on erase, all these objects will be deleted. To summarize, the selection option window selects all objects that are fully inside the window, and crossing selects all objects that are inside and partially inside the window. AutoCAD has several options for selecting objects. The window and crossing are quite used in everyday use in AutoCAD, but there are others. Using AutoCAD Help, clicking on the question mark icon, we search for the selection modes. Since we have AutoCAD with English language, we type selection modes and AutoCAD shows us some options for results. We click on the first one and we can see all the selection options available. We will learn some of them in the course of this course. Let's do more practical cases now. Before, let's undo the last commands made, to return the drawing on the canvas. The undo command undoes the commands performed in AutoCAD. To access, let's click on this icon. Note that by clicking once, the erase command has been undone. Clicking again, the other erase has been undone. Undo can always be used when you want to undo any AutoCAD operation. We view the three drawings on the screen, and now we will use the erase command to delete some objects. As an example, we will delete these 3 circumferences. As there are few objects, we can click on the 3 individually and type Enter, but to exemplify, let's use the selection mode window. We activate the erase command and notice that on the command line, AutoCAD prompts you to select objects. We click on the graphical area so that the selection window bypasses all the desired circles. Note: but see that in addition to the circumferences, the centerline was also completely inside the window and was selected. Through the Remove Selection option triggered by the R key, we can remove unwanted objects in the selection. We press R and see that the cursor now displays Remove Objects, then select the center line that is dimmed. If we wanted to add more objects to this selection, we have typed A from Add to add objects again. As we do not want to press Enter, and note that only the 3 circumferences have been deleted. Continuing on this example, we now want to delete all center lines of this object. We can select the entities first or activate the command first. It's at your discretion. Since the erase command can also be activated by the shortcut key Delete, in this case I will first select the objects using crossing selection mode. Remembering that the window needs to be opened from right to left. So I click on this area, move the mouse left and click here. Note that not all center lines have been selected, so I do the process again but involving these other lines. See. Like all selected lines, I press Delete. In this lesson we learned the application and difference of the selection modes window and crossing. We also saw the use of the undo command that makes the commands performed in AutoCAD and the possibility to select objects before activating the command. Train well the use of these options of the selection modes. We will see more options in this course. Until next class.